I'm Brett Scott. I am the author of Cloud Money, Cash Cards, Crypto and the War for Our Wallets. I work a lot around money and the intersection of big finance and big tech. I am here in Brussels to talk about central bank digital currency and the debates around central bank digital currency. Took part in the panel with NIM yesterday. We're basically talking about the politics of different forms of money, how it relates to cash, physical cash. And basically right now the deal is that there's a lot of debates about so-called cashless society. Originally the debate around cashless society was actually about private sector players taking over the monetary system, because what cashless society means is basically the situation where the private banking sector takes over all payments through cards and apps.
Historically, cashless society is actually a euphemism used to refer to the situation where private sector banks take over the monetary system. All right? Because in our current systems, private sector banks control the digital systems.
But now there's a new part of that debate that's emerged, which is basically looking at nation states or players like the ECB issuing a new form of digital currency that people could use, and that's disrupting the debate around what cashless society actually means. Basically every digital transaction, these are all going via big central data centers. Obviously there's a massive data trail attached to all digital payments, and it tells you very sensitive data, because what people spend their money on shows you what they prioritize in life, right? It's a very particular form of data that you can really tell how they're acting in a society through their payments data. You can tell, for example, what they're buying, who they're interacting with, when, where, and how. All right, and there's a whole bunch of different players who are getting pieces of that data. Cash, in a way, stands against digital automation. It slows things down, right? It operates at a more of a human scale and human speed. A lot of what people like me do is actually trying to protect those physical systems, those analog systems. But people like, for example, the NIM team are operating in this space where they're sort of saying something like, if this digital transition stuff is going to happen, we better build out versions of it that are going to be privacy preserving.